Some producers use large-scale compost or both compost and fertilizer in their farming operations. However, the wrong compost could impede crop growth. Seth Beckler, Menoken farm manager, says compost that uses alfalfa hay would be incompatible with growing another crop in the same plant family. He says the byproduct of herbicides from the wrong plant group could impact yields.
I would say the most important thing to know is where your ingredients are coming from, and if you can, source locally.
He says Menoken Farm collects most of their compost from other farmers in their area.